What's your thoughts about Shane Gillis?
I think Shane's probably one of the top 5 comedians right now. I really like him. I think he drinks too much. Shane, I pray for you. I think you're drinking too many Bud Lights. I think you could get a lot more out of life. I think you could be a lot more glowing. I think you would find that if you cut back on the Bud Lights, you would really find yourself. You would really see a lot of improvements. I mean, you're already doing great, so it's hard to tell somebody to stop drinking Bud Lights when they are doing so well. But Shane, I do pray for you. I hope you can find it in yourself to cut back on the Bud Lights. But I think he's doing a great job. I think he's a refreshing voice in comedy. I think he has this unique ability to be able to appeal to a large amount of people. I shouldn't say a large amount of people because he's kind of the kind of person. He's a white guy who looks like people would not like him necessarily.
Yes,
and he nails. He does a good job of connecting with both sides of the comedic spectrum, if you want to call it that, and it's and I think that really just comes down to being such a good comic that
he's another dude that is a big dude.
Put the hat back on.
Dude, throw the hat back on, bud. We can get live and wild here. But one thing I can tell you about him is, for me personally, I would say he is, in the last couple of years, he is the best special out. I went and saw him in person, even funnier. I was very surprised that he was even funnier in person. He does not deal with hecklers, by the way. Dude, literally, he was on stage at Bria, and he just looked at someone, he's like, shh. And I was like, oh, this dude gets down, dude. Like, low-key, Shane Gillis gets down. Like, he just tells people, he's like, I knew it was California. Like, dude,
yeah,
like he's about to rip someone's face off. And I respect him for that, to be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of hecklers. I've never really been heckled. Have you been heckled yet?
We're not at that stage where we're getting
heckled. I don't think we're going to be there for a little while. But one thing I got to say, though, is I'm not a big fan of Matt McCusker. Are you a big fan of Matt McCusker?
I might be if I knew who the fuck that was.
So that's Shane Gillis's crony that they do a podcast with. That's where he got in trouble. Okay. And that's why I'm not a fan of him. Matt McCusker is the type of dude that he's actually pretty funny. But he's the type of dude that riles people up. Okay. So, like, if you ever listen to their podcast, that is, if you think Shane Gillis is like wild on stage, like he does some edgy shit, their podcast is way above and beyond, and it's just Matt just egging Shane on, dude. And
just ruffling feathers.
Dude, that's honestly, I like the guy as a person. He's a terrible dog owner. The worst dog owner I've ever heard. You got to listen to this episode. Shit dog owner. But, yeah, long story short, dude, I just love Shane as a comedian so much. And I would be devastated if he got canceled again, so we can't fucking watch him. So, Matt, you better watch out, bud.
What do you mean get canceled? People don't really get canceled. How did he get canceled? He got kicked off SNL.
Well, I mean, technically,
he has one of the most popular specials on YouTube.
Cancel's a flexible word nowadays, because it's not like he got kicked off of all social media like fucking Crazy Face. Pretty much everyone got kicked off, but he's not polarizing. He, in his defense, dude, did you see that shit on Barstool? That was some bullshit on Barstool.
That was so vague.
No, dude.
What shit on Barstool?
Well, they got wasted for a podcast, a Barstool podcast, and
Shane.
Yeah, Shane.
Drinking too many Bud Lights. That's what I'm saying. Chill out on the Bud Lights, dude.
Well, he was fine, but the problem was there was an Asian guy there, and he heard that Shane might have been racist. He really didn't even know the dialogue or what Shane did, and he tried to fight him. He literally tried to fight him on a podcast, and Big Cat just sat there fucking. Big Cat was so drunk. He's like, just Chill out.
I don't know any of these people he's saying, by the way. I don't know Big Cat.
You don't know Big Cat?
I don't know Big, that could be an actual Big Cat for all I know. I don't know who Big Cat
you're really into cats to not know who Big Cat from Barstool is.
I don't know Big Cat.
He is a sports reporter from Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah, but long story short, Shane Gillis almost got attacked. And what the crazy thing to me is, like, Shane Gillis is 6'3", and, like, not in shape or anything, but he's a big guy. The balls on this guy kind of commend that he just went up and tried to attack a man that is well bigger than him. But
loaded up on Bud Lights.
Loaded up.
Bubbling around.
Dude, Shane handled it very well.
Shane's a good guy.
Yeah, Shane's a good guy. That's why I got problems with you, Matt. You're riling up our boy, dude. I don't want him to get in trouble. It's a thing, dude. Just go with it.
I don't know what's going on all the time here.